All right, this is going to be a really quick one because it's just a couple things that I got in the bed of this is the bed of the truck review here. So these are my Trumgeta is the company name, Trumgeta. It's staying with the theme of the channel where I'm not trying to spend anything because I already spent it all in the truck. This set was actually free. This was a giveaway on Tacoma4G.com, the forums, and they wanted to hear kind of a story from our youth or whatever. And I wrote about how I used to love riding in my father's Sky Raider, or Sun Raider, which was a Toyota pickup that was converted to an RV. There was a company called Sun Raider that did this. Maybe I'll throw a picture of the Sun Raider up as I'm looking at these. But yeah, they liked my story and they chose me, and so I won a free set of these Molle insert panels. They're really well built. They come in 2 pieces per side. You can see the seam here, and what you don't see is on the inside here there's connecting bolts that I had to screw together to kind of make them a single piece, and then you can see where they reach up into the T-nut rail, whatever it's called. I've also got a bed rack, which I will review separately because I do want to talk about that one kind of a little bit more in depth. But this set was actually pretty legit. I hope I'm kind of doing it justice. There's a couple, there's maybe about 2 little chintzy things that I think could have used a little bit better. You can see this silver nut right here. There's a little rail that comes off that because the offset that it would screw to, actually it would line up if it just went straight through here to that screw, but then it would need a spacer or something, so they did a little offset, like a little Z motion here. You can see they also do it here, and actually I need to tighten this one down a little bit. I just realized it's a little bit rattly. But yeah, you kind of do the offset using this OEM screw here to bring it out to this section here. The mounting hardware is decent. I've been very happy with it. They give you some of this, which you can go around all of the exposed edges if you felt so inclined, and you could cover these. But I felt like there wasn't really enough to bother with because they do wrap around the edges here, which is really nice. So these, I'll put a link up to these. I've seen these on Amazon. If I hadn't won this set, but I was in the market for some, I know the Rough Country offers a couple sets that you can do kind of on the end of your bed, and I think they also offer ones that are on the side. But if you Google kind of like Molle truck bed panels, this one is obviously specifically tailored for the Tacomas because they have these cutouts in the specific places where things like the plug are exposed or whatnot. It doesn't go down here because this is a little section down here that you can fold open. And then in here, the other 2 things I want to talk about. But yeah, actually before I finish this, they have cutouts for the lights. You can reattach the OEM anchor points or whatever, but they're legit well built. I'm actually super happy. And I think that this would be something that I would recommend to somebody. I think they're pretty inexpensive. I don't want to pull the price out of my ass. I'll look them up on Amazon and I'll link them. But overall, I've been super happy with them, and I was stoked when I won the contest. So the nice thing about Molle panels is, you can attach all sorts of things to this set. This part comes away a little bit, but I think maybe if I had this tightened a little bit better. Again, I have to go back and tighten this one screw up. But I did do the install with my brother. It went super easy, and it was convenient that it didn't interfere. Like, it just magically was not in the way. I think what we had is we did this install of the rack, which again I'll cover in a separate video, and this, and I think we just kind of lined it up, and we're like, so the rack's going to come here, which means the Trumgeta is going to come here, 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 and it really just was a perfect layout that it didn't interfere. We didn't have to do any cutting or modifying or whatever for this specific setup. So again, they let you reuse the OEM standoffs and everything. Overall, really solid build. I'm very happy with it. If I didn't get a set for free, I would definitely recommend buying it. So as far as the other accessories that I have from my bed, this one's called taco nets. And again, I got this on Amazon and I'll link it in the description. But basically, these are for when you go grocery shopping. And at first I thought this was going to be a mess to like take out and break down, but it actually breaks down very simply. And then you've got these carabiners, which you can just click into place on either side of your bed. And then they give you 3 little pouches for you to put your groceries in when you go shopping or whatever, and you don't want to deal with the milk sliding away as you drive home. So again, I've been very happy with this overall for the grocery stuff. It comes with this cool little bag, and it actually folds up. Like, you just undo the carabiners, kind of fold it upon itself, and just roll it up. You can stuff it in here, and there's even a little convenient little area down here. I keep an electrical cord with a splitter on the end in case I want to tap off of this and plug anything into the power plug here. But this little door right here is perfect for storing that and the taco nets in there when you're not using them. So that's a cool little thing on the 4th gens. But yeah, overall this has been very cool too. Not much to review. I mean, it's a little pouch. I leave it out in the bed sometimes, and it doesn't look like it's getting beat up by the weather. I live in Antioch, California, so the sun does get pretty hot in the summer. It survived this summer. It's doing fine. Again, comes with a nice little pouch that you can roll things up in. The last one I've got, which I don't think I'm going to fully demonstrate the breakdown of, is just a big net. If you do have something that you want to hold down that's bigger than, you know, the grocery nets, this is one that I just got. And when it's laid out on the floor, you can see there's kind of 6 anchor points here on the sides. So this is kind of, you know, back of the truck, front of the truck. This part would lay across the top. But it also comes with 6 carabiners. It does not come with a carrying case, but I happen to have this from some other thing that I bought for my truck. So I will probably keep it rolled up and stuffed in this when it's not in use, but people online are saying it's a shame that it doesn't come with a carrying thing. So I'll put away the grocery one and hook up the big net and show you kind of what it looks like. Yeah, so there it is, fully attached now. I didn't realize it actually comes with 8 carabiners. These aren't going to be the world's greatest carabiners, but they work fine. They're spring-loaded. But yeah, you can see I took 4 of these large containers that you can get at Costco for $9.99 each. I got a bunch of them. I'm going to organize some stuff in the garage. But yeah, lots of access points to tie them down in the Trungetta setup here. I hope I'm saying that right. And there's still plenty of stretch in the net. You know, if you want to go hold it down a little more secure, you could even go down here, you know, to this kind of thing. A lot of the pictures on Amazon will show a man standing up in the bed with a net over his head to show how tall it stretches in case you're into human trafficking or something. But yeah, I'm not going to need to do that because I have the bed rack actually gets in the way if I try to go any taller than this. But you know, these might slide around. They're not going to go flying out on the freeway or anything. So yeah, those are the 3 things. Oh, there's actually one more thing that I wanted to cover in this video that was just kind of bed accessories. So let me go grab it real quick. Last thing is this hook. So I got to find out a good place to put it. But this is kind of nice. I think it was like $9 on Amazon. I'll put the link up. I'll put the price up. But before, like if you're not using the nets to hold things down or whatever, eventually something will slip away from you. And with some simple twists and locks, you can kind of unscrew it and then screw it back into place. You can kind of reach into your bed and grab shit that got away from you. So that's nice. It's also got a little hook this way in case you work in retail and you want to hang a sweater up on the rack up there. But yeah, it gets fully extended. I can reach all the way to the end of my bed comfortably. So I guess that's like about 5 feet, fully extended. And then with a couple twists, it gets back down to this size. And it's locked, you know, so it's not coming out, you know, it tightens it, it squeezes back into place. And then probably what I'll do is I'll get some little Molle mount or something. Or maybe I'll just stick it back here or something. I don't know. I'll figure out somewhere to put it so that it's easily accessible, kind of easy at hand in the back of my truck for when I need to unscrew it and grab something. So that's the truck bed accessories video. Thanks for watching.